You know me, Morgan. You know me. I don't know you. You're just another dead man with the face. No, Morgan, you know me. I'm Rick. I'm Rick Grimes. Woo! Walking Dead season finale. Conquer. Morgan's back, bitches. Morgan is back. And you see how badass the show gets when Morgan is back? Morgan's kicking ass. He learned something. He's just like, bam. He's like, Morgan knows his shit. Welcome, guys, to a spoiler review of The Walking Dead. Conquer season finale. Lots to talk about here. I'm assuming you saw the episode, and these are just my thoughts. I want to hear your guys' thoughts at the end of this, or in the bottom, end of the episode. Morgan's back. That's all that matters. Morgan is back, and this makes me so excited for the next season. I love the actor. I love the character. And just like I said in my last review with Michonne and the comic book series, I love Morgan in the comic book. But I love Morgan more in the TV show. There's something special about this Morgan in the television version. He could really amount to something. So hopefully, they really have him as a season, regular. They really have him as a regular for a lot of seasons to come. But before that, we have a lot of things to talk about. Like I said in my last review, we have a lot of stories branching out here, going at the same time. We have Rick being, are they going to kick him out or not? Daryl and Aaron finding more a Poncho guy who later on gets devoured. Also, we have to talk about Sasha and Gabriel and their issues. We have to talk about a lot of things just to talk about, man. Just a lot of... We also got to talk about these big bad baddies, the wolves, or the wolf group, or wolf pack. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. But let's talk about Morgan real quick. Yeah, Morgan, I feel like Ron Swanson for a minute. Morgan is a man. Morgan definitely, I love that moment. I love the intensity in the very get-go with the first, the intro. Morgan sitting down, some motherfucker wants to come in and, try to shoot him, has the W on the forehead. We learn it's the wolves. They call themselves the wolves, and they're smart. They're crazy, but they're smart. And I'll get to that in a minute. Now, Morgan and him have the showdown. I thought they were going to screw up because I'm like, when Morgan goes after that guy and the other guy tries to attack Morgan, I'm like, why didn't they just shoot him? And how the hell did Morgan get the gun away from him? No bullets in the gun, so... Thankfully, Walking Dead creators like, don't worry, we got this. The writers are like, we got this. We're going to fool you real quick. So, great intense moment. Morgan doing like his little pull, going bam with his little pull, his little, being a little, just bam, just, who has a pull stick that does a gambit? He's being like a gambit, basically. Just no cards. So, Morgan coming into the picture. But then let's go on to Daryl and Aaron. Them trying to find, this one guy with the red poncho. And then they find food. They find like trucks full, these diesel type trucks. They want to go find food. You guys saw the episode. I knew right away that it had to be a trap. And Daryl knew it was a trap, so I'm surprised he didn't really say anything. You can see him looking at it, and he's like, this is way too, this is something up. So I can't believe he didn't really use his gut. Absolutely loved the action scene. I love the thought process. I love just the swarm, the survival mode that Daryl and Aaron had to get into once opening the back, and then all the backs of all the other trucks open, and all these zombies with the letter W on their forehead coming out and trying to eat them, trying to attack them. Love the survival mode. Love the zigzagging. Love the going underneath the trucks. Love them going into the car, even though, like, shit, man, they're trapped. Very intense. Very like, no, not Daryl, Aaron. Yeah. But I absolutely loved that scene. I thought it was great. I thought the zombies looked fantastic. The one zombie underneath the truck with with Daryl and that one girl zombie, she looked great. I love the makeup on that. I love the look of that zombie. I love just basically how they're getting through all this swarm of zombies. I love that stuff. I love swarms of zombies going after characters. That's how it should be. But the budget wise, I want more groups of zombies just attacking these characters, because the zombies are the threat. They're slow, but they're more numbers, more threat. So It's like Herschel's Farm. Remember, it just got swarmed and everybody just got devoured. That's intensity right there. That's nail biting. Oh, my nails are gone. Well, anyway, so they're stuck in a car, and then who comes to save the day? Morgan, bitches. That's right, Morgan. And you know, I gotta say, Danny, I think predicted it from his channel. I believe he predicted it that. Was it him or was it Trev? It was one of those two. That they said that Morgan, you know, would Daryl find Morgan? And it makes sense. A lot of people were thinking that Daryl would find Morgan because now he's, you know, it seemed like it was set up that way. And that's exactly what we got. But the other way around. Morgan found them. So it's a nice little twist. And I was like, oh, come on, you know, Daryl didn't go on that one little mission, you know, with Rick, Michonne, and Carl. So he doesn't know who Morgan is. And I don't think Rick ever mentioned to Daryl who Morgan was. So, you know, I was like, oh, man, like, Morgan, don't go. You're right here. And then when he showed him the map and Daryl saw Rick Grimes' name on there, man, it's just so happy. So happy. Welcome, Morgan. Much needed. Welcome. This character... I mean, as long as they keep doing what they're doing, this character, this is my boy right here. This is my boy, Morgan. Morgan's my boy. Sorry, Beth. Sorry, Tyrese. Morgan's my boy. Oh, sorry about that. But so basically, yeah, that's distracting me now. Morgan's my boy. Before we finish off Morgan's story, we gotta talk about the wolves real quick. And the wolves, I don't remember them in a comic book story at all. I don't remember them. I'm up to, you know, I have all the volumes. I maybe have to go through it. I don't know if it's maybe a new one or they were mentioned at one point in the comic book, just mentioned or was there real quick. I just don't remember. A lot of people have been talking about the wolves though before this episode aired and stuff. I really did think that maybe it has to do with Negan. A lot of people, you know, thought Negan would come in. I'm glad they're saving Negan for the next season. They probably will bring him in. If you don't know who Negan is, don't worry. I'll just say Negan, and then you don't even know if he's bad or good. Don't worry. If you want to know, spoil that one. You can go look him up. But yeah, Negan's a cool character. But the wolves are smart, man. They're very smart. They're very, especially when you see them with the music inside the truck and the zombies going back in there, and they're ruthless, man. It's gonna be a great next season with knowing more about the wolves and that knowing what they really could do. They set up booby traps. Even Daryl couldn't really figure out those booby traps. So it's gonna be really interesting with the wolves come into play, and that's got me excited. I mean, these are the type of, I want a group that's gonna be malicious and really just try to take over the community. So basically, yeah. I mean, it was the wolves. The wolves are definitely they caught my interest a lot. So let's move on to Sasha and Gabriel real quick. These two, like Sasha, oh man, she's just losing it. She's losing it. People say she's the next Andrea, and I see that a little bit with the sniper and stuff. But Andrea in the comics never lost it that way, and it's rightfully so. Though Sasha did lose Bob, she lost Tyrese, but she is just really just gone. And I don't know how they're gonna bring her back. I don't know what she's gonna do. Honestly, I think herself had to bring herself back and really, you know, snap out of it. But we'll see. And then talking about snapping out of it, Gabriel. I was hoping that zombie would eat Gabriel. I was hoping he would munch on Gabriel. I do not like Gabriel. I like the actor. I do not like Gabriel though, the character. This guy is just a piece of shit. Honestly, I don't like him. He's a rat. Well, technically, he's just telling the truth, but he's a rat. I don't know, but how does that work? He's a rat. I just don't like Gabriel. But I can understand his feelings. Like he was weak. He let people, you know, he let people die. And I can see him have that burden on his shoulders. I see it. All right, I see it. And then we also, you know what? It's something when Gabriel's taking out zombies. So Eugene, Step your shit up, boy. Step your shit up. And speaking of Eugene and Abraham, they have a nice little moment by Tara. Tara wakes up in the end of this episode, by the way, just to get that out of the way. Because there wasn't really, it was just a nice little makeup scene. Make out with their, his boyfriend stuff scene. So that's great. But no, in all seriousness, Gabriel and, Eugene and Abraham, they're best buddies once again, sort of speak. Let's get into basically. Michonne, real quick. Michonne really shined this episode. I guess we have to talk about Rick as well. Rick really, then we got to talk about Carol. I don't have too much time here, but Carol is. I love Carol. Carol is awesome. She tells it like it is. She threatens fucking, what's his name, Pete, and Jesse's husband, and she's like, "Oh, you better bring that motherfucking casserole back. The plate back clean." Like, I love the threat that she did. I just love this character, Carol, and how far she's come from the comics and from the beginning of the show. Just amazing. Amazing. She's so ruthless. And you know what? You're like, come on, Carol, just, get involved. I mean, you don't have to be this cold-hearted. But you know what? Sometimes you need a character that cold-hearted. So she's the female Shane, so to speak. And speaking of Shane, boy, was Rick at a moment was just turned into a Shane 2.0. And he's somewhat still like Shane. But we see him, him and Carol talking, him taking that gun, and then we see him and Michonne. This is why I love about Michonne. Michonne really puts him in place. She really tells him, listen, why do you think I'm on their side? I'm on your side. I've knocked your ass out because you needed it, not because them. Because you, I'm on. No matter what you do, I'm with you. I will be your hero, baby. So absolutely love Michonne, and then we see at the end of the episode as well as her taking back her sword. Michonne's character, man, I could talk days and days. Maybe I'll have a spotlight on her. She is a fantastic character on a television show. Television. And then Rick, like I said, Rick, after hearing what Michonne said, and then Father Gabriel leaving the fucking gate open, who the hell leaves Gabriel in charge? Dude, it's your job to close the gate. Where were you? You have to be. You didn't have to be. Nobody's waiting on your ass. Close the damn gate. So Father Gabriel not closing the gate, and then those zombies coming in. I thought it'd been some real piece of work. Real piece of work. But but Rick took care of that. And then let's go to Glenn and Nicholas real quick. Nicholas, you son of a bitch. If you would have hurt Glenn, that would have went down, I would have been ranting on this video instead of fucking praising Glenn. And his character still staying true. Still a survivor. Kicking Nicholas's ass, even being shot, even having zombies being thrown at him. He still didn't pull the trigger because Glenn is a bigger man. And I cannot wait to, I hope they really treat Glenn's character with more of a leadership role in the next season or something. They need to do something with Glenn because Glenn so far, he's been good, but he hasn't been good. Sort of. So then we see the last scene basically, and Rick killing Pete because Pete killing Diane's husband. I really like Diane's husband. I felt comfortable with Diane's husband. That he was a really honest, good guy. Have a beer with, but literally he went literally. So then Diane, I love the part when Diane says, "Do it, Rick," and Rick kills Pete, and then who sees that? Morgan. Rick, you know me. I don't know you. You know me, Rick. You know me. So, fantastic season finale. I wish I could talk more. Don't have too much time. Damn you, strikes. But, but awesome. Love Morgan coming back. Love Rick, telling the group off and, saying, I could have killed all y'all to save all y'all. But you know what? I'm going to train with you guys. I'm going to help you guys be who you need to be. So, great episode. Great season finale. Subscribe, like, everything. Fantastic, man. Till next time. Till another episode of The Walking... Or spin-off. All right, guys. Morgan's back.